What's good, guys, man? Thank you for tuning back into the channel, man. If you're new, hit that sub button down below to be notified for every single video that I do drop, man. So this guy, man, he had left Christianity, and then definitely had a near-death experience, man. Without further ado, man, let's go ahead and get into the video and hit that like button. Let's get into it.
My junior year in college, after I stopped believing in Jesus, Christianity, and other religions. Would y'all like to know what my spirit saw when I was gone?
Hold on, y'all.
So I was unalived my junior year in college, after I stopped believing in Jesus, Christianity, and other religions. Would y'all like to know what my spirit saw when I was gone outside of my body? Quick backstory: in high school, my beliefs started to change about religion, and my family found out I was agnostic through some social media posts. And they started kind of looking at me a little different. So on this day I was unalived, I was on the other side of the campus, near the front of the campus, at my homeboy dorm with my roommate, and my homeboy roommate was there. And me and my homeboy roommate kind of used to join each other. And this particular day he couldn't take what I was saying, so he wanted to fight. So I wound up getting the upper hand. My roommate and his roommate was recording it, and he knew that they was gonna post it. So he got mad. He said he was going to get his nug. They ran out. I walked out. The way the dorms were set up, it was a line of dorms, like an apartment style setting, to where it was like one story apartments lined up with each other. And on the other side, it was the same setup. And then in the middle, it was a breezeway. My roommate had already pulled off, and his roommate, the dude I got into it with, was still there because he lived at that dorm, but he had took me over there because I didn't take my car that day. And he was like on the phone, and he was looking out the window as I was walking down the breezeway, and he was like, "What's up? What's going on?" I was like, "Man, it's all right." I'm like gesturing like that. I hear Buddy behind me, and he starts saying something. So I kind of look back, and I see him with it, and I'm like, "Man, nigga, whatever." And I'm saying something back like, "Nigga, you ain't gonna for a fight, over a fight, you got beat up and you mad." And I'm just thinking whatever. So I'm walking, and I just hear something in my head, my ear say, "Turn around." And usually I turn to the left, but my body turned to the right. And as soon as I turned to the right, I heard the pah. And then when I turned, it went through here and kind of went up diagonal, and then went through my side and through my lungs and ended up on the other side of my body. It wasn't a hollow tip. So immediately when I heard it, I'm a college student. I ain't no drug dealer. I ain't kicking in those. I ain't doing none of that stuff. And I'm just trying to get my degree. So immediately, my homeboy hurry up, come to the car. And I run to the car. I wasn't that far away from him. I hop in the car. He you hit. And I looked down, I got red right there. And then soon as I said that, bruh, bah, bah. And then my homeboy, who's his roommate, he's busting at both of us now, puts the car in reverse. He had a white Impala with tan seats. I messed his seats up with the red stuff. So he backs up, and I start to fade off, but I hear another bah. And then he pull off. We 1 minute away from the front of the campus. He pull off, but I fade out. And then I come back too when I see we going through the booth, the security booth, but I fade out immediately. And I'm in and out of it, and I'm hearing him the whole time he driving, swerving to the hospital, "Quit, stay up, stay up." He's screaming frantically, kind of in a crying way, but he's screaming to keep me up. And I'm fading out. And then the next thing I remember, I see some columns or whatever you call them, and a row of windows. And I'm "Oh shit, we made it to the hospital." I see him hop out the car, and he was nudging me and trying to keep me up. And he run around to the side by the passenger side to get me out. He 5'7", I'm 6'2", and I'm weight right now. So he can't really carry me. So he falls, I fall on the ground, of course. And he yelling help, he's screaming help, help, help. And then I see this Caucasian lady come out, and I'm she walking out, and then she turn and just it's scream so loud, like a scary movie scream. And then I fade away. So the next thing I remember, I was in this area, and it was I was surrounded by all white and light. It was this light, and it was this feeling from this light to where it felt like peace, real calming feeling, a real peaceful feeling. And I don't know, I'm assuming that that's the DMT, because I heard DMT is released in your brain to make the experience a little more pleasant when you're passing. So I'm assuming it's that, but it was peaceful. And I didn't see Jesus, I didn't see God, but I felt God if that makes any sense. And then in front of me, it was like four people, like spirits or like beings, and they were black, but they weren't black like me. They were black like this, like all black, and they had no facial features, none. I saw no eyes, nose, lips, no ears, nothing. It's like they had arms and legs and like a head, but I couldn't see no facial features, and they were communicating with each other. And I was just standing there. I couldn't move. I was standing, floating, something. And I couldn't move or talk. I had no recollection of what just happened. I had no recollection of time. Nothing. I had no recollection of nothing. And they were talking, and it was four of them. And I didn't hear what they were talking about, but it was like, they were like really like communicating like, and the one on the right, they were standing in a straight line. The one on the right said, "Let him come. Let him come." And then the one on the left said, "No, it's not his time." And then immediately after the one on the left said that, I and like came back to, and above me was this Caucasian lady, bro. And she was like she was a nurse, of course. And she looked at me, and her eyes got so big, like Jim Carrey on The Mask when he saw Cameron Diaz on stage. Like her eyes got so big, and she was like, "Get the tube, get the tube." And I just start hearing feet scrambling and people running around and grabbing stuff. And she like, "Okay, honey, I have to stick this tube in your throat to help you breathe." And it was a thick tube. And I'm like, "No, I don't want it in my throat. No, I don't want it in my throat." I'm thinking, like, I'm seeing this Caucasian lady above me. I'm freaking out because I'm thinking she trying to like take me out. But anyway, I pass out. Like, I'm like, "Oh, no, no." And then pass out and wake up with the tube in my throat. Some time after that, I thought to myself, who were these people that were in front of me? Once again, I didn't see Jesus. I didn't see God, but I felt God. I could feel it. I could feel God. It felt real good. I could feel it. This peace. And they were talking like they knew me. Like, "Oh, let him come. Let him come." My grandmother told me that was my mother saying that, because my mom passed. And like, for those that had mom pass, because a lot of us have had our mom pass, but like, I don't know if y'all have ever had an experience to where you felt the presence of them. But yeah, and the one on the left said, the one on the right might have been my mom saying, "Let him come." And the one on the left said, "No, it's not his time." Like, how do you know it's not my time? Who is this person? Who were they? And the fact that I saw no facial features, but yet I can hear them talking and communicating. And I heard them say that. I'm not sure. I heard them say, "Let him come, and it's not his time." I couldn't hear the two in the middle, but for sure I heard that. And after this situation, I no longer prayed in Jesus' name. And I never did that. Ancestors, guardian angels, because like that whole experience, I felt like they were with me that whole time. Not only just with me, but with my homeboy who had to drive to the hospital to get me there. Like, they guided him. And like, I just feel like they're present, if you get where I'm coming from. And that solidified my thoughts of spirituality. And yeah, a lot came after that I struggled with. You know, I needed a lot of therapy from coming from that pleasant feeling back to earth. It was like I was a newborn again or something, like coming in, struggling to breathe. And then you got this nurse over you trying to, you know, so it felt like that. And my perspective of religion and whatnot is so different now. And I have a personal experience with this, really more. But yeah, for those that question religion and question what happens, I didn't believe in Jesus, and I wound up somewhere that was peaceful. I wound up somewhere that was great, and I was granted life again. This is my second life I'm living. So hope this helped you. So I was unalive.
Wow, man. I don't know what to say, y'all. Like, he said he had the experience, and then he wound up not praying in Jesus' name. But then again, he says he felt like a newborn, and just he looks at things a lot differently. So right now he's kind of confused because he felt like he had met some people that he knew, whatever spiritual realm that he was in, and one person was telling him that it wasn't his time yet, and he was like, "Man, who is these people?" Wow, y'all. Y'all comment down below exactly what y'all think about this video. I don't know what to say, because this is the first testimony I ever watched where somebody says that they are falling back from praying in Jesus' name as if that is something bad to do. Y'all comment down below what y'all decipher from this, man. All I can say is this: trust in God. He'll lead you. He'll lead you. And, don't lean onto your own understanding and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But this right here was an interesting testimony, y'all. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit the subscribe button. Y'all share these videos. And at the end of my videos, I'll say stay inspired, stay motivated, stay grinding. To the next video. I'm out of here. Peace.